Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team!
Hey, what up, baby? It's your boy Raider Will with the Silver and Black Radio Podcast and the most notorious crew. Y'all already know what it is, man. Hey, today is Thursday. It's 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to talk some Raiders football, baby. We got, Johnny Spy text comments. He's talking about offseason, all the moves, everything that's happened on with Maxx Crosby. Next, we're going to go on with Maxx Crosby's comments. What is he talking about, man? What's going on in Maxx Crosby's world, right? After that, man, I'm going to be with my crew. We're going to talk about the draft. We're going to talk about all the possible moves that can happen this offseason. So stay engaged, stay locked in, baby. So, first of all, I'm going to bring out my boy, one of the guys that does not need an introduction, a man amongst men, a myth, a legend, my boy, the Prez Steven Chavez.
Yo. Thank you for that. How you doing, Will?
Good, brother. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, my man. Good to see you.
Good, man. Hey, how's the weather over there in Sacramento?
Warm for March.
It is hot everywhere right now, man. Let me tell you guys this. This lady needs no introduction. She's known all over Texas. If you know her from TikTok, you know her from her dances. Our girl, Lady Val. What's going on, sis?
Don't tell them about my TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. You can watch it. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. It is hilarious, man. You guys got to follow her. Make sure you guys lock in. And now, this is a special guest. Steven, I'm going to let you introduce this heavyweight champ. She is a Raider Crusader. I'll be like somebody that has definitely captivated TBH Sacramento. Let us know who it is.
This girl's my road dog when it comes to TBH Sacramento. I come to her before we do any events or whatever. I talk to her first, and we plan everything out together. She's one of the most important pieces. We got Carmen, TBH Sacramento. Come on in.
Here we go. Let me see here. The button's not working, right? There we go. Oh, hey.
Hey.
There she is, Carmen. What's going on? Guys, I'm going to say what's up. We got Israel in the set. He's out. Hey, what's up, brothers? What's going on, family? We got 21 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for locking in. Yes, sir. Guys, it's the off season. So we thought, right? The Raiders are always in the news. We are always prime time. There is something always going on, and I don't know why, but the media loves talking about us. Everybody likes to say, hey, well, now that the Raiders have the first round draft pick, this guy isn't good. He's not the number one overall pick. Then you got the Maxx Crosby, being traded drama, and then him coming back. We have a bunch of different opinions, but we're going to break them down here on the show. We're going to give you guys a little bit of a look. I want to know, first of all, how's your guys' day going? Carmen, is your day going all right? Is it hot down there? I'll be like, let me know what is going on in Carmen's world right now.
Allergies with a capital A.
They're taking Claritin, baby.
Man, it's weather's been good. I actually just got back from Vegas. I was there for work, so it's so far so good. Can't complain.
All right, Val. Hey, how's your week been? I know that you've been super busy. I am assuming that Texas is burning some freaking cojones off right now. And I'd be like, let's be realistic. It is probably hot, hot, hot.
Texas is Texas. Today, this morning, it was perfect. Like, I was listening to Into Deep and Cyber Soul this morning, windows down. Like, it was just perfect. I had my Red Bull. I don't know, the weather, my allergies are going crazy. Crazy. And like it's cold and it's hot and it's not helping whatsoever. Today was really warm. So I've been training in the evenings, and even though it's cooler in the evenings, it still sucks wearing that gear. And so like the guys that wear it during the day have to wear it, man, kudos to you guys because I'm sweating.
Hey, man.
But it's crazy. It's been a crazy few weeks. You know, Friday I had a little accident, whatever. This week it's a new week. I had my PFRA today with Plano. Shout out Station 1. Y'all are the best.
Hey.
I have stickers that I need to mail out. People want stickers. I haven't sent out any stickers. Some Lady Val stickers.
I got you, sis. We got you. But hey, this is what I imagine sis being like in Texas around 12 o'clock. I mean, like burning up. Hey, right now, it just feels like that. Hey, like we said, the Raiders are also burning up the airways. Guys, I don't know if you guys listen to JT the Brick, but hey, let's start it off, right? I'm gonna start with the first thing. First off, man, if you guys are in the house, please, man, like, share, subscribe, wipe them feet. Make sure you guys hit that little ding button, that little like icon, and let's get it going, man. Hey, first things first. John Spytek comes off and talks about Maxx Crosby on JT the Brick. I got this, guys. Listen in.
Right in with free agency and start with Tyler Linderbaum. How did you pull that off from evaluating him, understanding how good of a player he would be here, and closing that deal so quickly?
Well, it was a unique situation with him, not getting his fifth-year option picked up, and that happens with centers in particular, just because of the way the contract and the fifth-year option looks. But I give a lot of credit to our entire pro department: Ben Chester, Jordy, Jordan, Brian Stark, and B Hunt. I mean, that was a guy that we targeted early, and just we thought, with the way that a lot of times those guys do, they go with a player of that caliber. A lot of times those guys get done before free agency starts, and he didn't, and so. Once it was clear he was going to hit the market, we made our best offer. We had a lot of great conversations with Clint and the coaching staff and how important the center is in this offense that we're going to run, and particularly a player of his caliber and his traits. And so, we tried to make him an offer he couldn't refuse.
What was it like getting him in the building? What'd you learn about him after that?
Well, we go back to our college evaluations of him and really the character too. I mean, we read all that stuff too, just to have an idea of what the player is or what the person is that we're getting. And he's just like you'd expect. I mean, I was around Tristan Wirfs for many years in Tampa, and those Big Ten linemen are near and dear to my heart, just with my background. And, they're cut from the right kind of cloth. And Tyler certainly is that kind of person.
Jalen Naylor, I watched him play at Bishop Gorman when he was in high school. Yeah. Speedy. What was that process like? You had to add to the wide receiver room before the draft. How was his addition really going to change the way you run this offense?
Well, I don't know if it's going to change it, other than we're trying to find a good player at that position. We were young there last year. He's a more proven vet, and I think the cool thing about him is he's really was the fourth option there when you look at the two receivers they have, both first round picks, both excellent players, and then the tight end they have there too. And whenever he was asked to produce, whenever he had to step in, if those guys were dinged up or whatever in Minnesota, he performed. And he's got a lot of the traits we look for in a wide receiver. He's a great kid. My only gripe with him is he's a Spartan, but I was willing to overlook that to get a player like him in the building.
We all know with the Maxx Crosby trade not going forward in Baltimore. We'll get to the defense coming up here, and now the fact that he's back in the building as you continue to build this roster.
But my relationship with Max since I've gotten here has been great. We had a lot of conversations throughout the season, at the end of the season, obviously, through the off season. And obviously we were presented with a challenging and difficult decision to make. And, things have a way of going a certain way and working out the way that they're supposed to. And, we welcomed him like he never left, because he really never did.
Yeah.
And excited to see him to work hard and attack the rehab like we know. And I know, he's going to be back ready to rock in August this year and have a bunch of many good years ahead of him still.
Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker. Wow. I was hoping for one. A lot of fans were calling in. Let's just get one.
Guys, I'll be like, the talk is really interesting. You guys should definitely listen in on JT the Brick. I wanted to take that small section, though, and, really break it down. If we were to listen to it, it'd be another 10 minutes. So, guys, you guys hear the talk, right? He says, hey, baby, Max never left the building. We have a great relationship. We're still doing big time things. We're out there. We're doing our thing. We got Tyler Lindenbaugh. We made the best offer. First time we really hear this guy talk. How do you guys feel? Hey, Carmen, since you're a special guest, I'm going to start with you, sis. What do you think?
They're happy to have him back. I mean, like you said, he never left. I never wanted him to go. I understand the business point of view. I mean, 2 number 1 picks. I mean, you got to take it. But he's going to do damage this season. And guess what? He's going to be wearing the silver and black. So that's all. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic for this season.
All right. Hold on here, sis. Let me get us all in a different view here. Sorry, guys.
You're nuts, sorry.
Hey.
So,
All right. Sis, go ahead, man. What do you think
about Max being back in the building?
about what Spy Tech said?
Oh, hello. I don't know. I really didn't get to listen in on him. I really want to talk about Max, though. So when you get to Max and how he spoke out in his podcast, I'm ready to talk about it because.
Okay, sis. All right. Hey, Steven, let us know what you think, my brother.
Yeah, I listened to the whole interview today. One thing about my job is I can listen to Raider Nation radio all day long while I'm working. So I heard it all. He gave the political answer. He didn't say exactly what he wanted to say. I'm sure he wanted to throw the middle finger up to the Ravens for what they did. But at the end of the day, I know he's happy about the moves he made. He's happy to have Max back, added to all the moves we made. Sounds real excited about the new linebackers that we have. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's nothing but a positive to have Max back, and I know I think Spy Tech's happy to have him back too.
No, I'm right there with you, right? Here's the thing. What? Oh, hold on here. Shoot.
Hi, Marlene.
Marlene.
I'm right there with you, guys. I'll be like, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. What I feel like is this. Spy Tech has finally come out, and he's in charge of this team. He's saying, hey, man, I get it. Not everything is perfect. We still have a good relationship. We have a working relationship. Guys, this is a business. And I think a lot of us get caught up in just literally thinking like our personal stuff gets involved. Did Maxx Crosby want out? Did he see that the grass wasn't greener on the other side? Yeah. So you come back. It doesn't mean I don't like you because you decided, hey, man, you know what? You're a talented player. You're going to go look at other options. I'll be like, that's what he said. Hey, man, I want to take my talent somewhere else. And he did it all the right ways. He tried to get maximum value for us. He tried to do all those things. So why would we hate on that, right? I look at that and I say, you know what? I like what Spy Tech is doing. Everything that he has done since he has walked in the building has been absolutely, truly professional. So at the end of the day, hey, Steven, I get what you're saying. He took the political approach, right? He said, hey, man, great player. We want great players on our team. We don't want them to go anywhere. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes your best player is going to go out there and see, hey, man, this isn't my spot. So you want to bring them back home. All right, Marlene says, hey, Val. And let me see here. Israel says, Max is taking this season personal and letting everyone, especially Baltimore, that he's the best, 100%. Now that Israel's talking about that, right? And Val wanted to talk about Maxx Crosby. Guys, I'm going to give you guys this clip. It's a longer clip. But I want you guys to listen in on Maxx Crosby's The Rush. And I want you guys to give me your evaluation on what Maxx Crosby is doing and what he's talking about.
1,000 subscribers. Shout out to you two. You guys have been incredible to us. Shout out to all the fans. Yeah. Huge milestone. Fired up about it. Crazy, bro. Surreal.
It is.
From a tripod to plaques. And we're just getting started, bro. It's just the beginning. But
does that have some good weight to it? It looks like it'd be nice and heavy. Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah, it's got some good good weight to it. It's definitely got to go up in the studio. Definitely
we got a good little spot.
There's some shelves up there.
Requirement.
Also,
we got some room.
Just for everyone, let's get the elephant out of the room. Literally, we changed. Do you notice a new color in your studio today? Got that settled today. No more hearing that. We feel you guys. We understand it full-heartedly. So
we feel the energy. We feel the energy. So
you guys comment, we respond.
Speaking of energy, let's talk about some March Madness
get
here.
Some more trade rumors.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, I gotta be honest. It's like and we appreciate the fans as well because you guys are like you love very hard. You love very hard, and also there's a lot of investigation that you guys do at the same token, which is also very entertaining. But my God, some of it is fucking
delusional.
It was hard to choose a fucking color because
I know,
God forbid, right? But I'm glad
we settled with blue. Blue looks good.
Can I say something? Can I say one more thing?
Please.
Just say this. I have to get off my chest. No, honestly,
I hate blue.
Because there's so many. This reminds me of that one Drake video where he's talking about, he's like, the tweeters and deleters, the da-da-da, where he's talking about that, just calling out people. I think it's hilarious. And honestly, I'm going to just speak on this. I don't need to call any names or say anything like that. Because honestly, everyone deserves the right to say whatever they want. I truly believe that. I agree with that 100%. It's just been, you talk about the investigators and you talk about the back. Okay, well, the R is tilted a little bit to the right. He's going to the East Coast, like that type of shit. Yeah. It's just so funny hearing all the shit going on after all the, the dust kind of settles with all the things that are going on. It's just been eye-opening, to say the least. And I think it's in the best way. And I think this is a good message for everybody paying attention to the show. And just tuning in on a weekly basis because, listen, we do this because we do it for the fans. We want y'all to get an inside on what we got going on, what, the whole Raider Nation, from my personal to our personalized Brogan, Darian. We do this for y'all because we love it and we enjoy it, and we're just doing it for the brotherhood and for the fans. And I think it's just hilarious to just see the different outcomes you get from and just the outreach and the conspiracy theories and the whole nine. There hasn't been one person to be spot on about anything that's really been.
We do love conspiracy theories. That being said,
we do love it, and I'm so for that, and so are all over in here. It's just hilarious seeing all that, and honestly, I appreciate it truly because you don't know what's going to happen in life. None of us have control of that. It's in God's hands, truly. And with all this going down, it's been the most eye-opening thing, and the storm comes to clear the path. And sometimes when the storm is happening, you're thinking it's happening for this reason or that reason and whatever. Honestly, bro, I truly believe this in my heart and soul. This shit came to clear the path because I see everything so much more clear now. Who's with me, who's rocking with me, who's not with me, what people's real intentions are when shit's hitting the fan, who's really in your corner, foxhole. You figure out all those things, and you really figure out about yourself. And for me, it's been so much clarity. And of course, it's a lot. You're going through that situation. You got all this shit going on. Everyone's got an opinion. You got people, former players, commentators, dudes on First Take, dudes on all these big shows, and really have a strong opinion. And I understand that you got to talk about it and you got to have an opinion on it. My only thing is, like, know what you're talking about before you speak. All these big shows and really have a strong opinion. And I understand that you got to talk about it and you got to have an opinion on it. My only thing is, like, know what you're talking about before you speak. I've always been that way. Like, if I'm gonna have an opinion on something, I'm gonna do my homework, no matter what it is, because out of respect, like, for that person, you should know what you're talking about if you're gonna have a big, strong opinion on a platform in front of millions of people. Because nowadays, a lot of people want to talk about narratives and they run with that shit. And you earn the right to have a narrative talked about you and to be disrespected and to have haters. I totally get that. I understand why I have that. And it's because of what I've done and built and what we've built and everything that I put into this game. And I don't want to talk about I. It's about we. Like, it's really about the Raiders and everything I built. I wouldn't be here without them, and I know that. But truly, all that shit comes from the hard work and everything you put into it. I don't say this shit to, I'm the number one, but because I want to be first in the building. It's not about that. I'm telling y'all because I want to inspire y'all to do more. My teammates know what I'm about. You know what I mean? I talk to my guys every single day, and those are the guys that I truly care about because they know what I'm about. Not outside opinions or not, this guy, he thinks he's this or that or whatever. They don't really know what's going on in real life. Like, I'm a human being just like y'all. But the thing is, know what you're talking about before you're talking about whatever. And I truly appreciate it because I know most people are uneducated on what's going on. And I swear to God, not one person has been spot on about what really is going on. And that doesn't even matter at this point. It's not about that. I know what I'm about. I know when I go to sleep at night, I know what I represent and my morals and what I stand for and my principles of life how I live. So, like, all those opinions, people come into your life, I've seen it bury motherfuckers because they're so upset about what this person thinks of me or what
people pleasers.
People pleasers.
Yeah.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a fuck what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a fuck. And some of the best people in my corner, they have helped me with that and given me that advice because they don't fucking walk in your shoes. And most people that are talking about what you're doing or trying to bring you down are already below. Like, they're already trying to find a reason to not like you and do all that. So, like, you in adversity, who's rocking with you, who's not, fuck all the noise. And if you're trying to be
to Will freeze?
I think Will freezed.
I feel like
every time I say my mind and my heart, you might not like it. That's not my problem. Just like I might not like what somebody else says, but I'm not going to hold shit against people because I don't agree with them. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. But this is the thing. Be your fucking self and stop worrying about everybody else's thing, everybody else's opinions, everybody else's view. They can't see it through my lens. People might think, he's full of it. Yeah, you think that because you see me do what I truly am all about. I got a smile on my face. Most people would fucking fold in that situation. And I walked in that motherfucker like nothing happened. And because I've earned the right to be happy and be myself, I've been through real adversity. Brogan's been through real fucking adversity going into his last year of his fucking college career. He breaks his fucking ankle in his last year. Darian fucking had to basically fucking retire, then comes out of retirement to play with a fucked up knee. Like, we've been through some real shit. That's real adversity. Mm-hmm. This shit is also real adversity. I got people telling me I'm damaged goods. I'm this, I'm that. Keep talking because you're making a bigger fucking monster. And I truly appreciate that. But at the same time, know what you're talking about before you speak about real shit. Because no matter what, if I'm gonna have an opinion, I'm gonna be educated and talk about it. But truly, everybody.
Hey man, he goes on to talk about other stuff. That I know it was a longer clip. But I had to give you guys the background. Hold on, sis. Hold on. I know there was a lot to process there, right? Hey, first of all, Maxx Crosby and the Rush, congratulations. 100,000 followers. You guys are killing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. But hey, guys, Maxx Crosby just came out. I told y'all, man, 20 sacks this season is a possibility with Maxx Crosby. This man is motivated. This man right now has so much juice. It's probably oozing out of his body. And I love the one thing he said. He said, look, man, a lot of people would have folded in this situation. A lot of people can't go back and say, hey, man, can't walk with their head held high in that room. What's good, Chewy? A lot of people can't do that. But he says, I can do that. That's right, Raider Travis. Maxx is letting it be known that he is standing on business. Yep. Guys, we've said it. A man is highly motivated. Now they told him that you are garbage. You are not worth that pick. Maxx is going to be working like a madman. Val, I'm going to let you go because I know that you're waiting. Go ahead, sis.
Sorry, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I fucking loved it. Mac is like, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, shut the fuck up. Fuck up. And then like, I love his perspective on the whole situation. Like, he's not acting salty and all this. He's like, hey, like, this was an eye opener for me. It's like, you know, it's a different perspective, and people they're quick to flip on you for reals. If something goes wrong, or they are quick to flip on you. But it's nice that he shares like these moments too, like his feeling, like what he's going through, because bro, we can relate to that. I mean, we all go through something that is eye-opening, or like, hey, you know, like, I'm using this, like, this is God, you know, like, it's just, it's nice to have that genuine connection. And then it's nice to see Maxx. Like, Maxx is gonna let it be known, you know, what it is. But he's right about a lot of it. All these people, like, they talking because they think they know the whole story, and they don't. Everybody wants to feed off of whatever little fantasy that they got going on in their mind. I don't know. I loved how he spoke out on it, and he was just like, and you know, I loved his honesty there. He was good for you, Maxx. I'm so happy I don't have to retire my jersey.
Oh, I got you, girl. I got you. Yo, Carmen, what's your thoughts? Maxx comes out on fire. What you think?
You know, I got to give it to him. I mean, he's not liked by many. I mean, like, by all of us for no reason. Like, the man stays humble. He stays respectful. You know what I mean? Like, he just works. He grinds. He works. You know, he keeps his business to the football field. You know, he speaks his mindset without, you know what I mean, throwing people under the bus or you know. I don't know. I just all the way around, I like him. Like I said, when I heard about him possibly going or, you know, being traded, I was heartbroken, but at the same time, I was happy for him. I mean, he said it, and like nobody, you know, could keep his name out of their mouths. And I seen a lot of stuff from a lot of different platforms talking so much, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden things shifted, and everybody's like, oh, wait, oh, no. You know what I mean? You're our dude. And it's just like, you know, business is business. He's a player. He did his, you know, I feel like he's done his job and then some for us to keep the fans motivated and going. And I mean, he's here to stay, hopefully, you know, till he retires out. But for the season, he's a Raider, and I'm going to rock with them to the fullest. And if, you know, future has it, he leaves, I'm still, you know what I mean? I'm still gonna rock with him. Like, he's a respectable dude.
Hey, I respect that, Carmen. I respect that. Steven, let us know what you think, my brother.
So I think Val had her hand up, wanted to go again, but he's the perfect Raider. Sorry, lost my train of thought. My wife walked in and threw me off.
That happens.
He he defines exactly what a Raider is. There's 31 teams in the NFL, and then there's the Raiders. Everybody's always against us. Everybody's always talking about us. Everybody's always trying to put us down, and that's exactly what they're doing to Max. He always has a chip on his shoulder. He plays like he has a chip on his shoulder, and this is just no matter what he does, no matter how many Pro Bowls he makes, he every year comes in feeling like he has something to prove, something he has to show the NFL, and this year is going to be the year he shows them something too.
No, hey, brother, you are absolutely right. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. What the Ravens did was activate the bomb for Maxx Crosby to start getting activated, right? Because he's about to go out there on that field. I'm telling you guys right now, man, this dude is going to be going off the chain, making quarterbacks go all game long.
And he has the time to work on, like his knee, his injury that he had surgery. He's got this time to like practice and get back into it, so that he's not playing through these injuries. Freaking hard-headed. But dude, did y'all listen to watch the whole pod?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay, so he talks about the Ravens, how they flipped like within what they were like, they're happy, and then all of a sudden they were like so hateful. And I know Raider Nation, I know there are people in Raider Nation who were the same way, but majority like people know like.
I'm going to tell you like that, and I'm glad you said it, because there was some people that were like, get out of here, right? They were like, oh, you want to leave us, you don't want to be here, and now they're going, what's going on, right? Oh, we're not going to get our draft pick, we're not going to get this. Guys, there's people on both sides of the line, but I'm going to tell you like this. The way that Maxx Crosby felt, especially after not even playing for them. He didn't even play for them. Guys, he never signed a contract. He was never a Baltimore Raven. And now you're going to go around and say, hey, man, you're talking smack about our team. And you're saying, he goes around to talk about the 2-hour, car ride that he had. And people are like, oh, it doesn't take 2 hours. It doesn't take 2 hours. Hey, so Carmen, let me ask you this. Because I'm driving and you're driving, are we both going to get there at the same time? Do I drive differently? Maybe I had to get gas. Maybe I hit traffic time. I'll be like, it makes no sense to me that these Ravens fans are going out there and basically putting this guy out and saying, hey, man, you're lying. There's no way the Ravens did that to you. And not once did Maxx Crosby complain about flying commercial. The people that complained about Maxx Crosby flying commercial was people like me. Here, podcasters. I was the one that's saying, how does your team send out a freaking, basically a school bus for a high-priced player? I never heard Maxx Crosby say, oh, man, fuck the Ravens. They never gave me a good deal, or they never put me on a private plane. Guys, did you guys ever hear that?
Nope.
So again, I go and I say, man, I get where Maxx Crosby's coming from. I get where his pain is, especially when it comes to this situation. I'd be like, guys, I'm going to tell you, have you guys ever had a job that's turned you down, or a position that's turned you down where you guys felt that you guys were suitable for? I'll be like, I know I have.
Yep.
Right? I'll be like, there's some people, like he said, that is going to crush them. And then there's some people that are going to outwork everybody. And Israel is right. It's correct right now, man. Maxx Crosby has that fuck around and find out mentality right now.
Yep.
It's like a woman scorned. You want to know why Steven went blank? Because if my wife walks in this room, There is some serious business that has to be handled. When that agent comes in, your heart stops.
I got scared, man. I was front, bro.
Ooh, what did I do?
Carmen knows my wife.
No matter whose partner it is, right? Your heart freezes. You look at it and you're like, oh shit, man. Like, hey. So Max is going to like come in here and handle business. But guys, as we've talked about Maxx Crosby, we've talked Spy Tech. Now, let's go into the draft. Let's talk a little bit of what happened earlier this week. You know, Dan Orlovsky has a QB take. I got a little video for you guys, another little clip, right? I'm telling you, man, we're hot right now. We're the best thing on TV. Give me that.
What are you seeing? I think Ty Simpson is QB1. I think Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class. I think when you look at the body of work and what was asked of these two quarterbacks, you have to start with the question, who needed to do more to carry their football team to play well? Ty Simpson, and it's not close between those two quarterbacks. Who took more games over throughout the course of the season? Ty Simpson. It's not even close. And if we're asking, like, okay, we're trying to see what you are as a player in college and what you're going to be asked to do in the NFL and what translates. I start with, what do you do in moments of panic with the football? Because that's really what separates good to great. I would tell you that Ty Simpson is more consistent in that regard. There's not a ton of moments of panic out of Fernando Mendoza. And then there's moments when he immediately drops his eyes and becomes a runner. Ty Simpson more consistent in that. What guy was asked to do more NFL throws? When I say NFL throws, I'm talking 15, 20, 25-yard in routes, crossing routes, deep corner or sail routes. Ty Simpson, and it's not even close in that regard. Downfield throws, the posts and the goes, I think they're close. Mendoza throws a lot of go routes, and he's good at it, but I think they're close. RPO, get it out, that's predominantly what Mendoza's offense was. Right. And then I think throwing on the move, they're both relatively equal. So when it comes to moments of panic and big throws, real NFL throws, I think it's clearly Ty Simpson.
All right, guys. He goes on to say why he thinks Ty Simpson, et cetera, et cetera. And the internet broke the next day. I mean, everybody was then going, oh, is Fernando Mendoza the number one guy? Is he still the guy? Oh, no, it's Ty Simpson. Now there's doubts. Guys, I think everybody's talked about it. We all understand that Fernando Mendoza is not the clear consensus number one, but he's the player that we need the most. He's the player that is best at that position. Now, let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think on Dan Orlovsky's comments? Carmen, like I said, you're the special guest. Go ahead, sister. Take the floor.
I don't know. I think for me, from the gate, I mean, everybody's, Fernando. I mean, it seems like it's going to be the obvious pick. I honestly I just have a feeling that he's not going to be it. So who it's going to be, I don't know. As far as comments go, I mean, college ball is different. When they get into NFL, it's make or break. And I feel like a lot of times we get a lot of drafts in. They're young, they get on the field and they break. And you mean look at the percentage rate that's left and that actually does well and moves on. So I don't know. This one's hard for me.
All right, sis. Yo, Steven, what do you think about Dan Orlovsky's comments?
You know why it's a controversy? Because the Raiders have the number one pick. That's why it's a controversy. If it was the Jets or anybody else, everybody would be saying Fernando Mendoza right now. But also on top of that, there's really we don't have a big quarterback draft class this year. So they got to stir up some drama going into April. If it wasn't even close, if Ty Simpson was that much better than Fernando Mendoza, why didn't Ty Simpson win the Heisman Trophy? Why didn't Ty Simpson show up when the games were big. He might have played well throughout the season, but not in the big games like Fernando did.
You know, Jesus, man, I love it. I love it, Steven. Hey, 100% facts. Sis, you got something?
I don't see why they wouldn't draft Mendoza because we don't have a good quarterback. You know, we keep getting these vets that are not worth it. Why would we not take a chance on somebody who the Raiders can mold and, you know, grow into something even bigger? I mean, look at the way he played. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Carmen 100%. College football is different from NFL, but he's what we need to build something great. I mean, we need a quarterback. We need someone young, someone that can grow. I mean, I feel like the Raiders would be stupid if they didn't draft Mendoza, but then again, I'm like, we are the Raiders, we do stupid shit. So, I mean, but like with all the talks, I still think that Mendoza's gonna get drafted, and if he doesn't, then I'm going to parkour off of Mark Davis's vehicles.
All right, sis.
That's a
Hey,
promise.
guys. I'm going to tell you guys like this. Dan Orlovsky, opinions are like assholes, and everyone has one, and Dan Orlovsky is just crapping out of his. I'm going to tell you guys why. His agent is the same agent as Ty Simpson's agent. So I need to do a investigation
So he's like obsessed.
on this guy. No, I believe that Dan Orlovsky is doing this to raise Ty Simpson's profile, to make people question this. When you go and you have the same agent and you're working out in the same facilities, you have a good eye view on this guy. You can give a more thorough assessment on that guy. And you're going to try to sway everybody else and say, hey, you know what? This is the guy. I've seen it with my own eyes. Because you see more repetitions and you start falling in love with that player. But in my opinion, Dan Orlovsky has his opinion and everybody's entitled to one. Maxx Crosby said it, right? Everybody's entitled to one. But there's so many variable things and variant opinions. And let's get right into one. I'm going to give you guys a couple opinions that are going to go against what Dan Orlovsky thinks. Let me see here. We got.
Yeah, that's not shared by anybody I've spoken to. Fernando Mendoza's at 1 on my board. Ty Simpson's at 25. You say, why? Fernando Mendoza is nearly 4 inches taller than Ty Simpson, 25 pounds heavier, 35 starts compared to 15, which is a risky, dangerous number for Ty. Then you think about 72% completion percentage to 64, right? 7 rushing touchdowns to 2. And the fact that he had 5 fumbles over a 7-game period, Ty Simpson, 5 fumbles lost, 6 total for the year. Ty Simpson, only 1 year as a starter. Fernando Mendoza started at Cal, right? He was at 69% in 2024, but he was sacked a lot. He cut that sack total down dramatically by going back and playing another year in college and moving on to Indiana. I will say for Ty, he didn't have the offensive line that Mendoza had, didn't have the receivers catching the ball on a regular basis, didn't have 2 excellent running backs as well to balance things out. So for Fernando Mendoza, he had some advantages there. But overall, all the check marks that you go across the board go to Mendoza over Simpson.
To me, look, it's not unusual for, a draft class to have guys, where there's difference of opinion. You think back to 2024 and it's, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May. You go back to 2023, it's Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, guys like that in that draft. You go back to 2021 and listen, Trevor Lawrence, who I thought was an incredible prospect, clear #1 that year. You had people talking about Zach Wilson, Trey Lance even. Will Levis, was talked about as a first rounder in that draft. And so I think that, it's not unusual to have, kind of beauty in the eye of the beholder when you start talking about quarterbacks. And I think there's an element of when you look at Alabama's offense, it's easier to find correlation to what people do on Sundays. You see him playing under center. You see him turning his back to the defense. You see more, move the pocket stuff that is common in the National Football League. And so I think, between that and then plays like this where you go, wait a minute, like there's also athleticism here in a guy that, we maybe don't love all the measurables in terms of, he is about 6'1". He's only about.
All right, guys. And he starts talking about his measurables and stuff like that. And the last one I'll bring up is our boy Chase Daniels, who responded to Dan Orlovsky.
All right, that might be surprising to a lot of people. Actually, I agree with a lot of that, a lot of everything that he's saying. Big time throws, the type of throws that you need as an NFL quarterback. Ty Simpson does that. And you look at the first 8 games, just purely on film of Ty Simpson, there was no better player in all of college football. I'm talking #1 overall pick, without a doubt. And it just looks, the mechanics just look good, man. They look beautiful. He looks like an NFL quarterback. He feels like an NFL quarterback. He's a good dude. He's a leader. He's a coach's son, all that stuff. Here's what I think Dan's missing a little bit is that the Fernando Mendoza piece. You start on December 6th in the Big Ten championship game. That gauntlet that Fernando Mendoza went through, Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon, Miami, and the way he played through all of those 9 total touchdowns in those 4 games, the most important games of his entire career with an Indiana team that a lot of people didn't give a lot of hope to go beat these blue bloods of college football, that heart, that poise, all that stuff. Fernando Mendoza is ready to play right now. There's no doubt about that. I think they're really close. I do think Fernando Mendoza is the #1 quarterback, though. Ty Simpson, I mean, who knows? The career right now, it's really close, but I would go with Fernando because of those last games.
All right, and he talks about the last games and the championship. Steven, I'm going to start with you. Has this changed your mind on whether you would draft Fernando Mendoza at #1? Or does this just reinstill what you believe to be true?
No, it doesn't change my mind because he's right. It's those last games when you started getting to those bowl games and everything. He played great. Not only did he throw 9 touchdowns, he didn't throw any interceptions. And then when the game was on the line, that dude ran the ball in when you thought he was going to get tackled and was able to break tackles and pull the pile to the end zone. The guy is a winner. People forget about that. People just want to talk about passes and RPOs and all this kind of stuff. I see a guy that willed his team to a win. That was a hard-nosed game. I mean, that Miami defensive line in the national championship game, almost every single one of those guys is going to be drafted this year. I mean, he played a tough team, and he willed that team. He carried the team on his back. When was the last time we had a quarterback like that? Cool. Throw from your knees. Do all that kind of stuff. Have great passes down the field. Do whatever. But are you a winner? That's what I want to see.
Exclamation point. Carmen, does this sway you any other way? Does this make you think twice? Or does this reinforce your thoughts on Fernando Mendoza?
I mean, I like Fernando. Like I said, for me, it's just, man, we're the Raiders. We do stupid shit. So I'm rooting for him. I feel like he'd be a good fit for us. I feel like he plays with a little chip on his shoulder. Obviously, all the things that he had to go through his college career. We got some protection on that line now. I'm excited for the season. Like, I really am. I'm ready to see what we're gonna do on that field. So hopefully it's him throwing that ball. So,
all right, sis. I got you. Hey, Lady Val, does this sway you? Does this change your mind, or just reinforce you that we need to get Fernando Mendoza right now?
I think we need to get Mendoza now. I mean, if he wasn't the best, then he obviously wouldn't be spoken about, we're getting Mendoza. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I thought you were fighting with the chickens out there.
I know.
That's not me. Was that me? It could be the neighbor's dogs. There's
No, I think that was my dogs barking.
Okay, I was like, there's wild hogs out here, the countryside.
Oh
There's a
man.
whole family of them and making all the dogs out here go crazy. So
I'm going to tell you guys something. A lot of people have this, right? And the one way that I have thought about this, instead of breaking my head trying to say, oh, this guy's better or this guy's better, for the one time in my life, I'm going to stop being an armchair GM. I'm going to let John Spytek, Big Don John, go out there and handle some motherfucking business. Because this dude has proven to me at every turn that all he is doing is whipping that ass and taking names. So if he goes out and he says, guys, this is the best player. This is the guy that we need. I am going to shut my mouth and I'm going to let it ride. And I'm going to evaluate this 3 years later. Why? Because I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody's a fucking analyst. Everybody knows. Hey, everybody has an opinion. And at the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is the guys that are sitting right there in that room that have done their evaluations. And if they feel like that guy's the guy, then let's ride.
Can I add to that, Will?
Yes, sir.
So I agree completely with that. And if they decide that Fernando isn't the guy, I think if they decide he's not the guy, I don't think there's a clear-cut number one pick. I say you trade the pick and move down and get more pick.
I love that you brought that up. Guys, I got one more clip that brings that up.
Whether or not you think Ty Simpson or Fernando Mendoza is the best quarterback prospect in this draft is subjective. But what Dan just pointed out tells me that there is no can't-miss quarterback prospect in this draft. And if that's the case, then the Las Vegas Raiders need to hold an auction for the number one overall pick. If you got a quarterback prospect, whether it's Mendoza or Ty Simpson, number one on your board, and it's debatable on whether or not you can mess this kid up, then you should probably consider trading down if there's a team that's willing to give you a king's ransom to move up to number one to take either one of them, whether that ends up being the New York Jets or the Arizona Cardinals or the Cleveland Browns. These franchises that have multiple first-round picks, these franchises that are listless when it comes to being able to find a franchise guy, you should be auctioning that pick off. Because if you're the Raiders, you understand that this is a multi-year rebuild that you are about to undergo with your new head coach, Clint Kubiak. And the best thing that you can do is stockpile picks so you can acquire top-tier talent. And what the NFL has told us, with the volume of trades that we've seen in the first month of the new league year, is that they don't feel great about this year's draft. Mm-hmm. We've had 19 trades since this offseason. 19 trades, which is 3 more than any other offseason before the draft. And we still have a month to go before teams are on the clock. So you're having that level of veteran player movement because teams are trying to aggressively fulfill needs by throwing money at the problem and draft picks at the problem in order to get players that they can rely on in 2026 because they're not sure about what's coming out of the collegiate ranks. So if you're putting all of these things together, it's pointing to the Las Vegas Raiders needing to make the decision to trade down and trade out of that number one overall pick.
So, our sis just fell off. So, hey, I'm going to start with Carmen. Carmen. Now, you just heard, right? How does it make you feel? What is your thoughts? Does this change your mind? And if it is, if they don't feel like that, just like Steven said, if he's not convinced 100% that Fernando Mendoza is the number one pick, would you be all right with trading back?
I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, what are you going to do with it? You know, you're going to pick out somebody and just hold. I mean, I don't know. If we need a quarterback, we need somebody to throw the ball. OAC is, I'm just not confident in the guy. I like him, but he just, I don't know. For me, he's never had that Raider mentality of like, you know, let's go get this dub and, you know, push it. Man, we have to draft a quarterback. We have to. You just have to go one and you have to draft him. So
I got you, sis. Hey, you know what I love? GeoMix 72. AOC, baby. Build around Crosby. It's faith. Trade down.
You're on timeout, GeoMix. You're on timeout.
Hey, sis, same question goes for you. Now, does this make you more convinced? I mean, like, do you feel like we have to take a quarterback? Do you feel like we have to draft that guy at number one? Or do you feel like we can trade back and you'll be all right with it? There is no right or wrong answers. Like I said, we're just having some fun. We ain't no analysts. We just talking some shit.
We need a quarterback. We can't rely on AOC. AOC is not good in the pocket. Like, he can't scramble, okay? He can't. He's not. I love him, but he is not what we need. He's not. He can't. He runs like Forrest Gump. Okay, and I'm sorry, AOC.
I think he's slower than Forrest Gump.
Okay, it's you know Forrest. You know, when he's first running before the braces break. That's what he reminds me of. I love you, AOC. I am so sorry, but you're not it. We need somebody who's mobile, who can scrabble, like somebody who can not be afraid. And I feel like Mendoza is that guy that can be more than what we can expect from him. Like he's going to be so good with us. I just know it. He's going to be so good with us. You can't rely on AOC. You just can't. You can't. And we can't depend on vets because obviously that doesn't go well for the Raiders.
I'm gonna tell you guys something, man.
I mean, what? That's who do we go to? Garoppolo, Gino.
No, I got you.
Eater. I'm just saying.
Garoppolo's available again.
Mustache.
No.
I mean, like
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico will be. I'll be like, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now. The Raiders need to pull the trigger. And I really thought about this one day. And then Afra Kasi, I love my dude. I hope you're out there, man. If you're listening, shoot, man. He came out and said it. I'm tired of fucking waiting. If we keep waiting and we're going to say, oh, we need the perfect guy. We need the perfect storm. When? Last year, this was the year to draft the quarterback. Next year will be, oh, you know what? No. Those guys are going to go back. Or you're not in position to draft one. We have Jamarcus Russell syndrome. That's what we got. People go like, oh, we haven't hit. Why not take a chance? Especially if this guy believes in him. Like we said, for the first time, I'll tell you guys, for the first time in my life, I feel like the Raiders have a direction. I don't know if you guys were there for that Darius Hayward Bay draft, watching on TV with Michael Crabtree. I was begging for the Raiders to take Michael Crabtree. As soon as I found out that Darius Hayward Bay ran a 4.3, oh, he's a Raider. Whoever was the fastest guy, oh, you knew he was going to be a Raider. Hell, we'll take a kicker in the first. And we want to idolize Sebastian Janikowski. But Raiders fans don't want to take a chance on a franchise QB, on a guy that can change this team, not change it by himself, but be one of those guys and one of those main catalysts.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So, Jamarcus Russell thing, he was doomed from the second we drafted him. He had questions already. Besides his big arm, he had questions coming out of college already with off the field stuff. And then Lane Kiffin was forced to draft him. He did not want him. So there was not a good foundation in place for Jamarcus Russell. And then he just kind of fell off the cliff mentally. His head wasn't in it. He didn't want to play the game. He wanted the paycheck, but he didn't want to play the game. He didn't study. He didn't practice. He didn't do anything. Fernando Mendoza is a completely different person, completely different player. And if you look at the foundation that the Raiders have built with this coaching staff this offseason, it is absolutely set up for Fernando Mendoza to be successful. All the moves they made is telling you that's who they're going after. And they believe in this kid. So I really think Fernando's coming into a way better situation than what Jamarcus Russell walked into. So
no, absolutely. I agree with
that. Damn.
All right. But we're gonna move on, guys. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Besides Mendoza, okay, in this draft, I know a lot of us don't watch a lot of college, but I'm sure you guys have seen some guys pop in and out. Who would you guys like to see in silver and black besides Fernando Mendoza? Any player, doesn't matter. I get some people are going to be like, oh, you can't draft that guy. But I want to see what you guys would think besides Fernando Mendoza would be a good player in silver and black. Val, I'm going to start with you.
There's a few people that I've kind of been trying to catch up on, but honestly, we just need to draft the best available
player. Okay, you're gonna go BPA on me. All right, she goes BPA.
That's what we need to do. Doesn't matter who I want to see is silver and black. We need to get the best available player available at that time after we get Mendoza. We're building. We need to make sure we're making the right choices. I mean,
You see, Raider Travis says, my opinion is get Mendoza and let him compete to be a starter. That could be happening. Steven, who would you like to see in silver and black?
So like I've said in this podcast in the past, I'm all about drafting the best player available. But for fun for this podcast today, I would love to see Cliff Branch's nephew catching passes in the silver and black, just for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
You know what?
Yeah.
Carmen, are you going to do the same thing to me?
Yeah, I mean, his name has definitely been out there. I mean, but I'm gonna go to we just need to figure out what we're missing and draft the best possible fit. But I mean, Branch, I don't know, that'd be good.
Absolutely, that gives a weapon on the outside. I could see that happening in the third round. Hold on, guys, I'm responding to a question real quick. Yeah, let me get me back here. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you guys something. And, there's two things that I do like.
What do you think, Will?
I'm going to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you guys.
All right.
I'm going to tell you guys a guy that actually we talked about in previous podcasts, a guy that I really think can be electrifying and we can probably get, not that we would do it, in the second round. Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker. I like the leadership aspect. I like that he's a fiery guy. I like that he could come in and fill a position for Nakobe Dean, who's injury prone. we are getting him from Philadelphia, but everybody has high expectations. He's coming back from a shoulder injury. I'd be like, bringing in a young linebacker to lead the defense. You bring in a young quarterback to lead the offense. Could be something that could work. I think that would be something that would be unique. I like Branch coming in. I'd be like, I think that could happen, especially in the third round. Watch his name in the third round. If he's still available and the Raiders are drafting, I think the Raiders might just do it for nostalgia purposes. But he has a purpose. He's a game changer. He's a speed guy. He's a guy that can play special teams. We didn't get Shaheed. So we need a big-time playmaker in that position. So Travis is going to ask, Will, I was asking about what about Branch? Sorry, I should be worded better. Hey, it's all good, brother. Yeah, but like in him coming up and filling that role, that number one receiver, I could really see that happening. Now, hey, we're going to move on, man. I'm going to ask you guys, we're almost to the end, guys, so bear with me. I know that we started a little bit late as well, and we had a lot of clips to go through.
Wasn't my fault this time.
Hey, which free agent pickup or signing do you think is going to have the biggest impact on this team? I know that everybody has a different opinion. I've heard them all. I'm going to start with Carmen. Carmen, which
The
free
biggest
agent?
impact?
Yeah, like and again, who do you think it's like? It could be a leader. It could be like something that you think they bring something different.
The biggest impact.
I'm gonna let you stew on it.
Yeah, give me. I'm
gonna let you stew on it.
We brought in a lot, so it's like
I gotcha. So I'll let you stew on it, and I'm gonna start with Steven. Steven.
So last time we had this conversation, I said Lindenbaum. Today, I want to go with Naylor. I think Naylor is actually going to have a really good year for us. I think he finally gets to show his true talent because he was hidden between two really good wide receivers there in Minnesota. So I actually think Naylor is going to have a really good impact on this offense with our young quarterback.
Hey, I like that. Nobody's really thinking about that guy. He's a sleeper signing. A guy that was the third option on his team now becomes the second or first option on this team. He can ball out. Sis.
Can you name them? Yes, no?
What's
Maybe?
that?
I said, can you name them?
Tyler Lindenbaugh, center. Nakobe Dean, linebacker. Quay Walker, linebacker. Tuten Petty, defensive end. Naylor, wide receiver. Stokes, defensive back. We signed that linebacker from the Colts. That's a special teams guy. Go ahead, sis.
Honestly, I think, oh man, this is kind of a hard question. I think they're all gonna have an impact as one, just because I feel like this is a good new start. I mean, we've got some good peeps on board now, and I feel like their teamwork is gonna make them all like it's gonna make them excel even better when they're together. You know what I mean?
I do, and I'll add to that in a minute. Like, watch, you'll see. So, but I'll add to that in a minute, and I'm going to tell you why I think we're going to be built more gelled on defense. But Carmen, sis, what do you think?
I don't know. This one's hard for me. I mean, I think that they're all gonna put something on the field for us. I think, with them bringing in all the free agencies and the signings, I mean, they're plugging in where we need. the most. I feel like these guys want to be in the silver and black. You know, they know what they're walking into. And like you could tell, they're all hyped. They're all pumped. Like they see that vision, and I think they're all going to have a good season for us. I think they're going to do what needs to be done to get some wins on on the board for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you guys, I agree that this isn't just going to be one player making an impact. This is going to be a group impact. The reason I'm going to say this, okay? And I love that Raider Travis said, absolutely. Linderbaugh, considering that nobody else can play center and to his ability, absolutely, man. He's going to control that offensive line. He's going to control 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you guys something. Sis hit it on the nail. This team is going to be more gelled up. The 2 linebackers we just picked up played college ball together. They're going to be gelling. They're going to be able to communicate. We're going to be thinking the same thing. You guys should know. You guys are in a club. Steven knows when you guys are thinking the same thing, the well-oiled machine starts working well. You're able to do things without even looking at each other. Just give each other that little wink. Oh, hey, you know what? You remember this? Hey, man, this is what's happening. Let's make these adjustments. And I think that linebacker group is going to make the biggest difference on defense this year and make a huge impact.
And I think the coaching staff is going to make this all. I mean, right? They're the leaders of everything. They're going to make this work. I mean, I feel like we got a good group. We got a young group, and I'm ready. You know what I mean? I mean, that's going to be the start of it, right?
Absolutely.
And these guys want to be Raiders. Like Spytek said in his interview today, if you listen to that whole interview today, he said that a lot of guys reached out to them saying they wanted to come to Vegas, not them reaching out to the players. So guys want to come to Vegas.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, hey, what Carmen said is absolutely correct. The biggest free agent signing that we had this offseason was Clint Kubiak and this coaching staff. I said it in the previous show. Okay, Cheeto brought it up. He was like, hey, man, the biggest offseason signing was the coaching staff. And I said, damn, I didn't even think about that. I'm sitting here thinking about players. But really, the Raiders coaching staff, and we added a quarterback's coach, right?
Yep.
Another really experienced guy. Not my little brother or not my son. You know, bringing in quality coaches to coach these positions. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. For the first time, guys, I feel like we're going the right places. That we're going to make the right decisions. That this coaching staff's the right staff. So let's ride with it. Let's look what they can do. Let's see what they do. They're putting all the right positions in place. But we are going to get to the draft. I know that you guys got a special event that we're going to bring up in a second, but I do got a question for you guys. Do you guys got a favorite draft hat? A favorite draft closing? Do you guys got a certain way that you guys dressed for good luck for the draft? I need to know. Will you be wearing that lucky scarf, whatever it is, for this draft? Carmen.
Just silver and black.
The silver and
black. Yep.
The daily uniform.
The daily outfit.
Gotcha, sis. Val.
So, don't judge me, but I have socks that I wear. And of course I wear, I wear a Crosby jersey, but I do have socks, specific socks that I wear. Like, I'm not even going into detail, but I have specific socks. I have specific undergarments that I wear.
Oh my god!
They probably have a hole. They have a hole in the big toe.
don't have a hole yet, okay?
Steven.
Well, I'll be wearing the same hat that Carmen's wearing right there, and most likely be wearing my Crosby jersey. So that or my black hole shirt. I haven't decided yet.
And
All right. Oh, go ahead, sis.
I take a shot of what's in whiskey.
Oh, always.
I have 2 bottles
Hey.
at home here, so.
So Raider Travis says, first of all, let me start with this first comment. He says, we just got to keep these rookies from fucking up off the field. We don't need another Ruggs incident. 100%. The look is silver and black. Woo! And lastly, he hopes that you wash them.
Well, duh. I mean, I don't wear chonies that are dirty.
Hey, I'm going to tell you guys something, man. I'm going to be wearing my Lucky Crosby jersey. I'm going to be wearing it. I'm going to be wearing it out. I'm going to try to make sure that everything is going because, man, we need all the luck we can get.
Mm-hmm.
But, guys, we're at the end. Let's get to the events. All right, man. Hey, I'm going to start with the first event. And let me see here.
April.
Oh, yes. We need to start. Should we go by time? Is that what we should do? Okay. So we're going to go by time. All right, guys. So the first thing that's going to come up is in April. April 11th or 10th through the 11th. Oh, sorry. And this is going to be the TMBC barbecue. I will be there. Val will be there. Maddie B will be there.
I'm so happy to see you guys.
Yes, a whole bunch of people are going to be down there, man. Make sure that you go down to Dallas. It's going to be April 10th through the 12th. They do a barbecue. They're going to have a show. They're going to have
Yes.
BYOB. They're going to have Kenny King.
My dude.
And they're going to have Jay Schrader. So if you are in Texas, make sure that you hit up TMBC. Our boy Oso will be out there, and we'll be out there. I got a Raiders Mendoza shirt from the Raiders Report.
Not the Raiders Report. Sorry.
That's what he's going to be wearing. Cachi Pacho. Love it. Now, another event that's going to be going on, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to join us tonight. Big Easy, but TBH Bakersfield is going to be having a draft. They are going to be supporting Raider Dad. It's at Bomb Squad Sports Watch Draft Party, Thursday, April 23rd, 4:30, 650 Roberts Lane, Bakersfield. Raider Travis says he'll be at the summer kickoff. Now, guys, there's one other draft party, and then I'm going to get to one of the best draft parties. The other draft party we're going to have going on is, hold on here. Where is the other one? TBH in Las Vegas will be having a draft party at the Palms. Make sure that you go up there, you check it out. It's going to be a great time if you're in Vegas. But, hold on, guys. I don't know if I have the drum roll here yet. Let me get the drum roll ready. No. Hold on. We got the drum roll here. We got TBH Sacramento's draft party, baby. Our boy, Steven Chavez, our girl, Carmen, will be throwing one of the most electrifying draft parties on the West Coast. Bill Romanowski will be in the house. Shenanigans will be a rockin'. We got DJ spinning the 1 and 2s. We got everybody going. Yo, Steven, let the family know what's going to be going on, baby.
I'm gonna let Carmen take this one this time since I talked about
Carmen!
it last week.
Ooh, come on, Carmen. Tell us the deep.
That's it's our hype. She's our hype girl.
You better let them know.
Let's just say I took Friday off. So we plan on getting it live in there. We're, obviously we have Bill Romanowski in the building. We have the DJs going. We're going to have the Modelo cold, Woodson whiskey pouring. We're just bringing the energy. We're trying to, start off the season right. This coming season, like, we're all excited. I've had a lot of people reaching out. So we're planning on packing it out. All love and all fans. It's not, obviously, silver and black, but, we welcome everybody, family friendly, bring your kids, good food, good drinks, good company, and, everybody shouting Raiders, of course.
And I got off the phone. Well, not off the phone, but I was messaging earlier with the president from straight out of Sacktown Booster Club, which is another club out here in Sac, and they're going to be joining us also at Shenanigans. So we have another booster club coming and bringing their members. So it's going to be a good packed event.
Man, only in Sacktown, baby. TBH Sacktown, always holding it down, always doing it big. Guys, you guys got any final thoughts?
No, but if you're in Texas, you definitely have to go to TNBC's barbecue. It's a 3-day event. They go to Ojos Locos on Friday. They're going to be at Fat Daddy's on Saturday, but that barbecue on Sunday, I've been going every year. It is so fun, regardless of the weather. They have a DJ. They got food. Badass Bosses got their cornhole tournament going on. Come out. It's fun. I'll ditch my kids. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be with Raider Will and Maddie B.
She's like, get in that room, boy. Get in that room. She's like, go lock yourself up. Go to bed. It's an early day. She's like, it's school day tomorrow. They're like, it's Saturday. No, it's not.
They're gonna be 14 and 15. They'll be fine. I would definitely go to that. I'm missing Reno.
Yes. Man, hey.
Boo.
Hey, May 31st. Guys, make sure that you guys circle your calendar. We are throwing down a lowrider fundraiser barbecue where all the TBH chapters come together. We call it the Northern California, Northern Nevada barbecue. Everybody's invited, all right? We want y'all to come out. You're going to have lowriders. We did it in San Fran last year. We had lowriders. We have barbecue. We have free food. Come and enjoy. It's all about being together. It's all about being the family, okay? That's what we're all about. Every single person on this board right here, on my panel, is about family. And that's why I love bringing them on. These guys are not podcasters. None of us are. We're just regular guys like you guys on a microphone, just talking and shooting the stuff and trying to promote Raider Nation in a positive manner. So, guys, I thank you guys so much for being with me on this extended show. I know I brought you guys over about 20 minutes or so, and I appreciate you guys staying on. Yo, until next time, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the Raiders.